Oh man, it'd be extremely painful. And
here at Horse Plus, we are all about safety.
They will have an amazing home out there.
They're out here in this beautiful pasture and they're just happy, and that's the pictures I like to get. So I'm off to go protest the Big Lick animal cruelty at Shelbyville, where the Celebration Tennessee Walking Horse Show is being held. And typically Jason always goes with me, but today he's editing the Horse Shelter Heroes, and so he's not going with me, which I'm really sad about, but I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to go be a voice for the Tennessee walking horses. What they do at these shows is there's this big lick that they like to do, and everyone hoots and hollers when it happens, and the horse takes a really big stride, and like they're just really paddling it out there. And how they get that gait is they take mustard oil or diesel, any like chemical that would hurt your skin. They put them on their pasterns, they'll wrap them in plastic, let those chemicals literally burn into their skin, and then they'll put a chain on it and they'll train them with that, and when the chain hits the skin it causes them to flinch, which helps create that big lick that they're wanting, that artificial gait. So it's really just horrendous that these horses have to go through this. So every opportunity I have to go be a voice for horses that are being abused, I take it, and that's why I'm going protesting today. Here protesting the Big Lick Animal Cruelty Show. This guy, hold on, he's videoing us, so we'll video him. There he is. Big lie, big lick, big lie, big lick, big lie, big lick, big lie. I've rescued the sword horses. I've seen their chemical burns. They've been abused. So that was a prime example of a big lick person. He says we're out here lying, and like I just said, I rescued these horses from auction. Yeah, I have it on video. What did he say? He said that we're just following a big lie. We just got done protesting here. We are packing up. I'm just thankful that I can be out here and being the voice for these horses. Meow, come on. Meow. Come on. Oh, you're okay. You're okay, kitty. Aw, just got it off the side of the road. Everyone's starting to come in, so I'm gonna hide little kitty and ask Sarah, who's crazy about cats.
Oh my goodness. Where did you find it?
I found him on the road last night.
Oh my goodness.
We were driving along and I'm like, Jason, there's a kitten.
Oh my goodness.
And
I'm a sucker for kittens, guys. Oh my goodness. This will help get all the fleas off of him.
You know, they say the cutest thing is a baby just after a bath. I'd say they're right.
I have a little proposition for you. So last fall with my little kitten, I have still all of his stuff, even litter and stuff. And I was wondering if you didn't have anybody to take care of him this weekend, that me and my family, I think we could welcome him into our home for the weekend if you wanted us to.
Sounds good. Just don't forget his flea baths.
Yes, we will take good care of him.
So I think it was the right call having Sarah give that little kitty a bath, because now she wants to take it home. And if I was to guess, I think the kitty's gonna live there for a long time.
Hi, Biscuit. Hi, Biscuit. What is it?
Hey y'all, I wanted to hop on here and give you guys a little update on the little kitten, Miles. Y'all named him Miles on Facebook. That was the highest voted name. And so we're calling him Biscuit because he's always making biscuits with his little paws. So I guess we can call him Biscuit Miles or something like that. We're so happy that we were able to invite him into our family and that he gets to stay. And I know me and my family, he's gonna be loved for a long time. So just wanted to give you guys a little update.
Money was just surrendered. Her family wasn't able to take care of her anymore. She has some medical issues that we're going to have the vet look at to see if there's anything that we can do for her. But in the meantime, she's just getting her tag put on and some love, and we're going to put her out in the pasture.
This is Sarah. This is the Sarah that's behind the camera usually, and we have all these Amazon packages off our Amazon wish list. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get her in front of the camera so she can help me. So this is a ginormous horse toy ball. And we put it on the wish list. This thing will blow up huge, and the horses can play with it out in the field and kick it around. Here's all these donated amazing items, and we just can't thank you enough for going onto our Amazon wish list, seeing what we need currently at our facility, and making those purchases. So we just did an Amazon wish list, got all these packages, and this is one of those huge horse balls.
Those are handy.
The great big one. Oh. So, I'm gonna let you girls take this and fill it up, and let a horse
They're gonna be thrilled today.
Some of them, I mean, they're probably gonna be scared of it, but once they learn what to do, I wonder what Parsi would do with it. Anyways, this is so awesome. I can't wait to see it all blown up.
That's really hard.
You sure?
How long do you think it's been?
About 20 minutes, 15, 20.
So you went from your hands, now you're using your feet. Kind of looks like you're riding a very small horse.
It does.
So y'all finally done?
Yep.
This horse came in last week from the auction, but it was on the second trailer, and so wasn't able to be seen by the vet, and the Coggins didn't match, so we're getting a new Coggins for him. So there's 4 horses that need Coggins. So I'm just catching her up, and the vet's gonna get the Coggins done exam. So all of these guys need Coggins.
What's that one's number?
240.
Be a good horse. All he took was some blood.
The vet's got the Coggins done. He's checked them out. They're all doing fine. So they're gonna be out in the pasture now. We had them in a holding pen until the vet could get them evaluated, but they're good to go. And so now they'll have their rest of their 30 days of quarantine, and then they'll be available for adoption. We rescued Perseus from the auction last week, and his trailer that he was on came late, so he wasn't here when the vet got here to do the examination of him, so we're doing it now. We're really concerned about his hooves. It looks like he's severely foundered. The farrier looked at the horse, and he was really concerned about him, so we're gonna figure out what's best for him.
You know, your standard thing, you want the coffin bone to follow the angle of the hoof wall. And if you can see here, we got an increasing angle when we go down. And this one is so severe that it is even deforming the bottom of the sole of the foot.
It's because the coffin bone's wanting to come through.
The coffin bone is thinking one more bout of laminitis, and this coffin bone would be through the bottom of that.
And what's that diagnosis like? What would that do to the horse?
Oh man, it'd be extremely painful and probably it'd kill it. Way painful. See, all this is overgrown here. The white line's greatly extended, the hoof's grown out. It looks like the bone is just a few centimeters from where my thumb is, fixing to break through the sole of the foot.
After doing x-rays, there's nothing we can do for this horse. Its coffin bone is literally going to be rupturing through the sole of its foot if we don't, you know, step in and prevent that from happening. This horse is in its 20s, and it was one of the horses that the kill buyers were really upset that we bought because, you know, it was a bigger horse, and I'm just thankful that we brought this horse here and was able to make the right decision with our vet on what's the best for this horse.
See, that's the disc space. Everybody, you got a disc, and that allows your back to go back and forth as it needs to, and it's cushioning. If you look here, they're pretty small disc spaces. Those are way smaller than on a dog and a human. And then if you look at this disc space right here, we're already getting bone to bone.
So he's gonna have a lot of back pain.
He's got a lot of back pain, yeah. Never will be able to carry her. He can, yeah, see that? See how much thicker that edge of the bone is? That's because he's already going bone to bone and getting some bony reaction in his spine.
When we rescued Donati from the auction, we were told that somebody had rode him really young, and we did x-rays today, and there's actually bone-to-bone contact in his back. So he's already experiencing a lot of back pain, and it's just gonna get worse, unfortunately. So we are gonna have to say goodbye to him. We're thankful that he didn't continue down the slaughter pipeline and that we were able to step in. Some people are wondering why we rescue horses with problems and why not just rescue healthy horses. When you're at auction, just rescuing a healthy horse isn't as easy as it seems. There can be horses that are drugged, that go through auctions, and they're, you get them back to the shelter, they're not healthy. Or they're, you know, it's just, we just rescue everyone we can in the slaughter price range. So we bid up. If they go above the slaughter price range, then we stop bidding. If they're in that slaughter price range, we're trying to save them from being shipped to Mexico. So unfortunately, there's nothing we can do for this guy other than the last act of kindness, but he's here and he's gotten medical attention, and the decision was made what's best for his health and his future. Maybe she has the range.
Lots of arthritis in the knee. There's even a little bit up here. You want the bone to be smooth, like this first part. We got some arthritis there. It looks like we got some coming down there. Bony spicules down here that would be real painful. Probably in the joint too. This looks like it's some extra bone at the back.
How long do you think it took to get like that?
It probably took months, a couple of years maybe. We got some at the front. There's no telling how bad it looked like from the back.
So she would be in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and there's not much, you know, it'd be constant pain, medication, and then you're still gonna hurt. You're still gonna be stiff if you skip any pain medication on her.
Well, and then like that mule from last week that was bleeding out of its rectum because he thought probably had too much pain medicine.
Causes ulcers and bad things, just like in people.
Well,
okay.
I do what we gotta do. So sadly, there's nothing we can do for money. The x-ray shows that she has a lot of arthritis in that knee, and that's something it's not gonna get better, it's just gonna continually get worse. She's in pain right now. There's nothing that we can do other than relieve that constant suffering that she's going through. You know, she's such a beautiful horse. We would love to be able to fix that and adopt her out, but sadly, we can't always do that. And we get horses that need humane euthanasia, and her owner did the right thing by bringing her here. We had the vet here to look at her x-rays done, and she's very grumpy to everybody, and I think a lot of that is because she is in so much chronic pain and suffering. So we're gonna relieve that suffering, and the vet's gonna put her to sleep.
Water troughs get a little dirty, so I gotta go through and clean them out. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a drain on it, so I gotta just scoop it out with a bucket.
This is Venus, and she's 23 years old, and she's getting a bath today.
I just finished packaging up these orders, and we're gonna take them and put them in the mailbox.
Brave and Freedom are on their way to a Grazing Grace. They're another rescue that we work closely with, and they will be transporting them to their new home in California. So we are super excited for them. It's a long journey, but we know that they will have an amazing home out there.
So right now I'm just doing adoption follow-ups on the horses that have already been adopted, and I'm leaving a lot of messages to the people who aren't answering their phone, but I did have someone answer the phone, and he's doing really good. I'm excited for him there. He's running up to the fence when they give him grain and stuff, and he's doing really good, so I'm excited for that. So I just talked to the person who adopted Copper, and right now he's doing really good. They've done a lot of rides together, and they're trying to desensitize him right now. He had an abscess on his hoof, and the vet took care of it. They doctored him up, and he's all good now. But they're also really interested in another horse that we have, so they're gonna try to get an application, and so they can adopt another horse from us.
Well, donkeys are pretty awesome as well, so feel free to ask them and they can tell you everything.
All right, who do we have?
This is Curly and that's Cody.
Okay.
You as my love, well, I don't need nothing. Yeah, I don't need nothing. With you as my love, I don't need the sky. I don't need its thunder.
Fill out your information and then just sign it at the bottom.
Run myself into the wildest fires. I fight through the thickest bramble and briar just to get to you. My lily of the field.
I'd kind of like to take him and try him. It looks like he's really had a rough time. I think he could be a gorgeous horse.
Yeah, I think he'd be gorgeous when he fills out.
And then his adoption fee, so typically his adoption fee would be $500. Since he is skinnier, you can just make a donation, whatever you want to get for him. And then whatever you donate them will go towards helping another horse just like him.
Okay.
So, have a wonderful day and just keep us updated.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll let y'all know how he does.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
We had a lot of adoptions between our adoption event and last month. There's actually 39 in total, I believe. There were some that didn't get up here. So we're going to take them down because now, September, we want to have all the September adoptions that happen in September. So that's going to be awesome to have. And then we got to update who's available. All right, that's a huge stack of adopted horses and donkeys. We're super excited that our adoption event was so successful and so many people came to our facility to adopt horses. Now we have the new horses that are available. These are owner surrenders and horses from the July auction rescue group. So we're gonna be putting them up on our available wall. All right, so now we're putting up the horses that are from the July auction rescue group, and these are horses that are currently at our facility, and then we're adding the new ones that came out of quarantine or owner surrenders to it.
And if you're interested in the horses that we're putting up here, you can go to horseplus.org and click on adoptions, and they're all on the website.
We got her from my daughter. That adoption event took place back in July.
So Queen of the Night came back. She was one of our horses that got adopted during our adoption event. Unfortunately, it didn't work out with the people that she got adopted to, so she's going to be looking for another home, and hopefully the next people are a better fit.
Behind me is what originally was our tack room. And then it turned into our office, and now we have a wonderful new office. So that is now a bunkhouse. So when we're doing events, or we have maybe another adoption partner traveling from another state, they can spend the night here. But it's across the road, it's from our office, and we're moving it closer to our office, and that way, when we do have somebody that needs to stay in there, it's just a short walk into the office where the bathroom, the shower, the kitchen is. So it's a process moving that thing. When we first built it, it was over there. We moved it over there. Now we're moving it over here. So it's getting moved around. I'm hoping this is the last place we're gonna move it. But when Jason built it, he did build it on skids, so we can drag it around. Jason built it by hand. The bunkhouse is where I approve. Those poor guys, they moved around so much.
Here at Horse Plus, we are all about safety and mitigating the possibility of problems. And Jesse and Shelby are getting ready to take Revere and Venus on a trail ride. And we don't know exactly how far they're gonna go. They probably don't know either. They're just gonna go for a ride, see how they're doing, give them some exercise and time out on the trail. And part of the problem is they go where there's no cell phone service. And when you have 2 people riding, or even 3, it can be very dangerous if something happens. So we've got them radios, and hopefully the radios will reach as far as they're going. We're testing them today to see exactly how far the radios do go.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through the pasture and taking pictures of all the horses that we rescued from the auction. And then I can put the auction photos side by side and see their progress or how they're doing. It's always nice because at the auction they're so sad, they're scared, and then they're out here in this beautiful pasture and they're just happy, and that's the pictures I like to get.